Hello there, friends, and welcome back to another video here on Make Your Money Thrive. My name's Christina, and in today's video, I'm going to share with you how it is you can plan out your 2025 cash envelope system using a mind map. So if you're new to cash budgeting or want to try out cash budgeting to see if it works for you, or if you've been doing cash budgeting for a while, but you want to really revamp and refresh your cash envelope system, this video will help you to either get started or do that refresh that you're looking for. I did recently do a mind map example of how it is you can plan your 2025 planning system as well over on my main channel. So I will leave that linked down below as well if you want to check that out. But let's jump right into how it is you can plan out your cash envelope system. All right, so the first thing you want to do is put a nice circle in the middle of your page and label it 2025 cash envelopes, because that is exactly what we're planning out. And then we are going to do some branches off of this circle that are going to be kind of the main categories that you want to consider when it comes to your cash envelope system. So first, we want to put a branch for bills and a branch for day-to-day living, any special occasions, fun and enjoyment, and finally, any long-term savings or goals. And disregard, I put 2 S's in occasions. I just got all excited and I did 2 C's and 2 S's, but it's supposed to be 1 S. It's occasions, not occasions. But this is what you want to start with. You have your branch for bills, day-to-day living, special occasions, fun and enjoyment, and your long-term goals. So then we want to go ahead and further break these categories down once you have them on your mind map. So for bills, you want to list out your variable expenses, any subscriptions that you're paying for. Maybe you want to list out your fixed bills or the monthly ones or ones that you pay on a regular basis. You could also do a bubble for your rent or your mortgage if you wanted to. And then maybe you wanted to do like a month ahead. And for month, I just wrote moth, but it's month. I'm just having all sorts of trouble writing and spelling right now. So it's month, not moth. It's not moth ahead. So then getting into your special occasions, think about any special occasions that you usually like to have money for during the year. So one of the big ones is going to be your holidays, birthdays, and any special days, any other special days that are special to you, your family, the people you care about. So then we can come over to our long-term goals, and maybe you have some debt that you want to pay off. Maybe you want to buy a house or a new house. Maybe you're also saving up for an emergency fund or would like to, and maybe you also need to get a new car eventually, and you want to pay it off in cash. So then let's look at your fun and enjoyment. So this is anything that you want to have in your life that fills you up, that you find enjoyable. So maybe you want to travel, and maybe you like to go to different events like sporting events, concerts, Broadway. Then we want to come here to our day-to-day living, and this is day-to-day living throughout the year. This isn't your variable expenses like we broke out in your bills. This is your day-to-day, like what you need to just run and manage your life throughout the year. So this could be things like your kids and having money for your kids, your pets, household items, things for yourself and like self-care, all of that. Gifts, like just random gifts, things for at work and other things that come up. And maybe having like an unexpected fund. The day-to-day living, those are really your standard sinking funds. They're the sinking funds that you're going to use more often than your long-term sinking funds, and maybe even more often than your fun and enjoyment sinking funds that might require higher amounts in them. But you would want to make sure that you break this down and you drill into what makes sense for you in your life. When is it that you're typically spending money on what, and what would it be helpful for you to have cash set aside for in your life? I am going to be doing a video here soon talking about sinking funds, exactly what they are, how to get started with them, and the 4 types of sinking funds that you want to use in order to organize your cash budgeting system. So definitely make sure that you get subscribed and you stay tuned for that. So now that we have this all listed out, we want to figure out, well, which ones of these do we want to do with cash and which ones do we not want to worry about using cash for? So let's say that for your bills, you do not want to do your fixed bills in cash. So I'm going to circle that one in pink. For some people, it makes sense to do those in cash. For some people, all of this is going to be done in cash. You want to do every single thing in cash as you're getting started. For some of you, maybe you just want to do your day-to-day living or your long-term goals or something like that in cash. But you want to go through and figure out what you want to get started with in cash. And for now, we're going to say this example, this individual does not want to do their fixed bills, the things that they are paying on a monthly basis. They don't want to do those as cash. They're just going to pay those right out of their bank account. But for subscriptions, things that they have to pay maybe quarterly or a couple of times a year or once a year, those they're going to do as cash because they want to save that money and have it when it's time to pay it. So everything else they are going to do as cash. So then once you've gotten these main 5 categories broken down to what it is you need in your life, and you've determined which ones you want to do as cash at this level versus the ones you want to just do out of your bank account. Now you want to take a look at these green levels here, the ones that you're going to be managing as cash, and figure out if you need to further break down these categories. Now you can get as granular as you want with your cash envelope system. My recommendation is that if you are just getting started with your cash envelope system, that it might be a little bit easier if you keep the levels as broad as you can. So getting to maybe this level and stopping there for now. But if you think that you're going to have more success with your cash envelope system, if it is much more granular so that you can apply your money to very, very specific areas, or you've been doing cash envelopes for a while and you're ready to take it to the next level, then you're going to want to start breaking down these categories a bit more. So we can start with our variable expenses, and this is a category that you're going to want to know what your variable expenses are so that you can have those in your wallet that you're taking for day-to-day spending. And I'll do a video about that here soon as well, helping you get all of this organized and ready to go. But maybe for your variable expenses, you're going to have a groceries envelope, gas for your car, household supplies that you're buying more frequently, spending, and maybe eating out. Then when it comes to subscriptions, maybe you want to save for your Amazon Prime, and maybe you also have a Costco subscription that you want to save for. For these fixed bills, we're not doing that in cash, so we would skip that one. And then you would get to your month ahead. So maybe you decide, well, I just want to make sure that I put money in there for my month ahead. I know what the standard amount is that I pay on a monthly basis for my bills, and I just want to put that amount in there. I'm not going to break it down by each specific bill. Maybe for holidays, you want to do Christmas and also Thanksgiving and maybe Halloween. For birthdays, maybe you want to do your kids, maybe your partner, maybe your family, like your immediate family, maybe yourself if you like to do something for your birthday. For special days, maybe this is something like your anniversary, and maybe you do like a family fun day. For debt, you're good with it being right here. You just want to make sure that you're putting extra money in there to pay off your debt overall. New house, you don't need to break that down anymore. For your emergency fund, maybe you don't want to break that down any farther. And for your new car, maybe you don't want to break that down any farther either. Let's come up here to fun and enjoyment. So for travel, maybe you want to break that down and you want to put like flights as one, lodging, shopping, maybe any excursion money. For events, maybe you want to break this out into the types of events that you like. So maybe you like sporting events, maybe you like concerts, maybe Broadway, and then maybe you want to do like a miscellaneous. And then we get to our day-to-day living. So maybe you're okay with these being at this level. Maybe you want to break down your kids and make it be each of your individual kids. Maybe for pets, you want to break that down to any of your individual pets that you might have. Maybe for households, you want to break this into like furniture and maybe like repairs. For self, maybe you want to break this down into like self-care, maybe like fun or something like that. And then for gifts, maybe you want to break that down into gifts for work, gifts for acquaintances and friends, etc. So once you get it broken down to this level, these categories here that we've written in that don't have a bubble around them, or any of the green categories that we have that don't have branches off of them, are going to be your cash envelopes. So what you would want to do is set up your system to be able to group the cash envelopes that are related to a higher category together so that you can very easily see what cash envelope goes where. So what you want to do is decide where it is you want each of your envelopes to be. So maybe what you decide to do is set up a wallet or a binder that's going to house your bills categories as well as these day-to-day living categories, and you separate them by dividers. So I'm going to highlight day-to-day living and bills in this color so that I know they are going to go into a wallet together. And then maybe you want to do your fun and enjoyment, your special occasions, and your longer term goals in another wallet, because those kind of go a little bit hand in hand. And you'll do a divider for your long-term goals at the back. Then you'll layer in your special occasions and your fun and enjoyment. And there you go. Then you have your 2025 cash envelope system all mapped out. It's planned, and all you need to do is go ahead and purchase your envelopes or create them yourself, and you can build your 2025 cash envelope system and start saving money into it. One last thing that I'll mention is you could always break these down as well. If you want to, you can certainly break down some of these that we didn't put a bubble around. So some that kind of stand out for these would be Christmas. Maybe you want to further break down Christmas, and it'll still go in your holiday section, in your special occasions, within special occasions, long-term and fun and enjoyment. But you also want to make sure that you have multiple envelopes for Christmas. So maybe you want to save for gifts, like for your family, kids gifts, maybe food for the meal, maybe activities, maybe Thanksgiving, you want to break that down further into decor and also the meal. Maybe for sporting events, you also want to break this down into tickets, parking, or transportation, and like food or shopping while you are there spending. But you can get as granular as you need to, and I just wanted to point that out, that you could definitely take those even a level farther if you wanted to. But that is that. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that it'll help you to kind of break out your 2025 cash envelope system. If you have any questions, definitely let me know in the comments down below. And again, make sure that you get subscribed. I will be doing more videos here all about how you can set up a cash envelope system that's going to help you make your money thrive, and a whole lot more. So get subscribed. I'd absolutely love to have you here. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Bye.